What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, Stoney, greatness. And I am here with the man of the hour, the myth. Thank you.
Oh, they can't wait.
Thank you
They
so
can't
much.
wait.
I know.
I appreciate y'all.
It's fine. It's fine. I have that effect where it's like you're stunned and then it's like you catch up to the greatness. It's okay. It's okay. I have that effect.
Stupid.
All right. But I'm here with the man of the hour. The man of the hour. The myth. The legend. The activist. The author. The educator. The entertainer. The innovator. The vibrator.
What the hell? I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. Because it gives you all types of vibrations and feels. Just
Is
with
that
his
right?
presence. So some respect. And bend the knee. Because they come from all across the world to see. The man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. Oh, yeah. He's your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn.
What's up, everybody? Thank you. We're going to cut that short because I really want to get into our episode today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another dope episode of the GreatMines Show.
Mm-hmm.
Stoney Greatness, King Kevyn here. And we are at the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to our top 4, who, in my opinion, I predicted, in the beginning, I predicted at least 3 out of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
And midway through, I predicted this 4. And literally throughout the entire game, I predicted every bit of what we experienced.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I had a premonition or something.
Yeah, no.
Like I felt like Raiden.
I know, right? I know. If only we could bet.
If we could have betted on this season, I would be rich right now.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd be like uber rich because I would bet a lot of people and make a lot of, because I was just so right. There was only one person, and I'll say it again, that their elimination threw me off, and that was Marsha.
Mm-hmm.
She was the only person who got eliminated out of sequence of what I expected. Other than that, great race to all of the queens of season 15.
Absolutely.
RuPaul's Drag Race, from Irene to Sasha Colby. This has been a very fun season for me.
Yes, magical ride. It was awesome.
So every new season, these strangers walk onto the television set. And I'm like, oh God, here we go again. But midway through the season, I'm like, no, it has to be this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to learn their personalities and see their talent and see their squabbles and beefs and see them resolve a lot of that stuff and become family. And it's kind of like they take you on this ride to where you feel like you're a part of their family. And I loved it. Season 15 owes me nothing.
Yeah, no. I'm satisfied with the way that the season panned out.
Okay, I lied. Because I still don't understand how Aura won that.
Right.
That maxi challenge.
Right. I don't understand how Aura Mayori is in the record books as winning a maxi challenge.
Or how Jax made it through as many episodes as she did.
Right. There
are some anomalies.
I'm not understanding the Real Friends of WeHo. But there's a lot about,
So there really is a lot to recap with this season.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of things that have happened over the course of this season that has made this season a very, very magical ride and awesome, experience to cover. Again, congratulations to all the queens of season 15 for, putting on a great, great show from top to bottom, from the first episode to the last.
In the workroom in episode 1, they came with their claws out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
They were like, we're not playing with you. We're not playing with each other. We came in just like, and I think there's been a lot this season about the girls who are polished and seasoned versus those girls who are like only social media famous but really don't have the experience in the actual club world as a drag performer. It was just so many different dynamics, and to see the way they all came in and to realize like most of them were in their early 20s.
Right.
Like Mistress and Lux. Well, Lux is the youngest.
Yeah.
She was the youngest in the competition, and she fought her way. She earned her respect. A lot of people still have issues with Lux.
Born in 1999.
Jesus.
Lux, New Orleans. Born in 1999, people.
I mean, I wasn't an adult in 1999, but
I can remember where I was.
I definitely remember where I was. No, I wouldn't even say almost an adult. I was still, I just became a teenager, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
1999, that's
still kind of old.
I was
being born.
Yeah, I was in 7th grade around that. Yeah, 7th grade. So around
I
like
have
12,
little
13.
cousins who were born after that who were grown. Well, no, they couldn't have been born after that. Couldn't have been. Yeah. I don't know. One way or another, for her to be the youngest on the top 4 or in the competition at all, but then have like a mistress who is what she said 4 days older than the twins, or younger than the
5 days older than the twins.
Yeah. It just goes to show that this world of drag really is such a spectrum, and that you just never know what you're going to get from drag queens. I'm gonna put a pin in that because I mentioned something to you earlier about Lucy, her look. Remind me to get back to that.
We will,
because that I think it was worth mentioning. It's definitely worth mentioning, especially it coming from Lucy.
Yeah. So let's get into the episode, the finale. Okay. So this finale was a big theater show, of course. It gets back to the theater show. Well, not as usual because the COVID shows, have been either shot from their homes or it was in the studio, and then or shot in an empty theater.
Carry on. I gotta grab my.
Go right ahead.
I know how y'all like to watch me walk away. So
yes, we do. Yes, we do. Look at that. Give a round of applause. Sexual chocolate. But no. But it started out with the queens making their entrance. We got the introductions and the queens being introduced in the order of their elimination. And it was an awesome opportunity for a lot of the queens to come out, strut their stuff in a signature look for them, and a look that they, is worthy of RuPaul's Drag Race finale, and that represents you, and is going to remind people of who you are. I thought that everyone's outfits was very well put together. There wasn't an outfit that I was like with, but and there's one that I was like with, but I'm always like and if you've been watching along with the whole season, you'll know how I feel and probably who I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure that King Kevyn will feel the same exact way when he gets back. With letting us know exactly who that person is or their opinion of their finale runway, if you will. And I want to give him a chance to have some input on the finale runway and everything. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to talk about another conversation real fast. All right, because I was privy to a conversation. I'm just sitting, and I'm friends with, random shapes. Okay, I'm a Sesame Street kid, so I'm friends with shapes. I don't know about you, but I'm friends with shapes. So, sitting there, it's just me, a square, a quadrilateral. Parallelogram was there, and we had triangle, and hexagon. Hexagon was there. Octagon was busy, and circle. Okay, and everybody was chilling, and everybody was enjoying their, barbecue and stuff like that because it was a little impromptu barbecue. And then, all of a sudden, it just seemed, seemed weird because everybody was kind of getting along, but triangle always has to be the one, okay? So Triangle went up to Circle and looked at him and was like, "Why are you here?" And Circle was like, "Well, I'm a shape and I was invited. Why do you ask?" And then Triangle looked at Circle and was like, "Because you're pointless." It was weird. And Circle just left. I felt bad. But Hey. So, Kevyn's back. And so now we're going to get into you know, the look at that voluptuous bodaciousness. Thank you very much, because I was parched.
Because we don't allow to talk.
I was parched. It was a lot. It was a
little cloudy in here, so I figured it might be a good idea to lubricate our throats a little bit.
Yes. Love a lubricated throat.
How could you not?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what our shows are about to get back to, like our after dark shows. Because it's been a while, and I have some things I really want to talk about.
Yeah, we gotta do some.
But today is Drag Race. So, let's get back to Drag Race.
So the queens made their entrance in looks. So in order of their elimination, first was Irene Dubois, looking very much like a Fern Gully fairy, butterfly fairy.
All right, so I think it's well known that a lot of people are kind of like disappointed that we didn't get to see what Irene had to offer. Like a lot of times, some of the unpolished queens are the ones who goes home first, but Irene definitely is a force to be reckoned with. And I think had she made it past like the first 2 episodes, she probably would have been in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But she went home first. Her look on the finale stage was like a moth creature, and I think
it definitely gave me like I said, Fern Gully fairy.
Well, no, you didn't get it right. It definitely was a moth. It definitely was a moth,
like a butterfly or moth, whichever one.
Yeah, it was.
But it was definitely like a fairy.
But my point in talking about her outfit was like everything was just makeup, outfit, effects. She had little butterflies that she threw out. They weren't real. They weren't live butterflies. They were paper mache or something. So you don't have to worry about. No butterflies was harmed in this production.
Right.
Peppermint. Anyway,
no, that wasn't peppermint. That was Asia O'Hara. It was Asia O'Hara.
Oh, wow, I felt like that was peppermint one way or another.
Yeah.
It happened, and it shouldn't have.
No.
So then after Irene, there was a Princess Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my own personal bias, she's just not one of those queens for me.
Right. I thought she looked nice, though.
She looked nice. She's just not one of those queens for me. I think from the beginning, she had this pseudo Lux Noir London attitude about her, but it just didn't convey. She couldn't carry it for me. So her being in the second to be eliminated was okay with me, but her look on the stage was actually really beautiful.
Yes, it was.
It was extremely beautiful. I didn't understand if she was supposed to be a purse or what. I didn't get that.
No, it was like the headgear thingy that people wear when they have like surgery and stuff like that. It was like a play on that,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't get it.
So after Princess Poppy, was Sugar. Yes, because Sugar went home after that. Sugar very much like Elsa, Frozen,
look,
Ice Queen type of look.
Looked so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or did it seem like Sugar didn't want to be there?
It kind of did. It kind of did seem like she was just going through the motions, just trying to get through there, get to her check, and get out.
Because during her walkout on the runway, she got to the end of the runway and she did this little thing with her arms flaring her long sleeves, but it just looked very nonchalant. Let me figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something real quick. And when she turned her away from the audience, her head went down like, oh gosh, I'm glad that's over.
Yeah.
And she pops back up in other moments in the finale, and she has that same attitude, just off camera, off stage, but catch on camera, or when they were doing their Wiggly's number. I was tribute, but
right. She wasn't even singing.
She wasn't singing. She was just moving, and almost like she didn't want to.
Right. Then after Sugar, we had. Who was it? Was it Jax? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jax after that. All right.
So I don't dislike Jax. I just don't think she's that good of a drag queen. She doesn't get underneath my skin or anything. But for some reason, it seems like the mention of her name gives him like hives. Why do you dislike Jax so?
It just doesn't connect with me. I'm sorry. Like her drag just doesn't connect with me. It's not anything that I would want, to see, whether paid or unpaid. For drag, I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I'm sorry. It's just not for me.
I think that. Well, we know that in the talent show in the very first show, episodes, she was like somebody.
That and that was impressive. That was very impressive. It was very impressive.
But
and then
when we realized that she was a one-trick pony, it was like
yeah.
And I will say that her look on the stage was not a finale look. Now, I said this earlier when we were talking about the show, how I feel like certain things were just underwhelming. Like, they were good. If I was at a club and I saw it, I'd be like, okay, girl, you did your thing. But to be on the biggest stage for drag in the world, and you give me, not even New York City, you give me Jersey City drag. And I'm not saying anything wrong with Jersey City drag, but I'm saying, like, those little back clubs in the hood.
From Connecticut, so that was definitely Connecticut dive bar drag.
And so it's a shame because we skipped somebody before Jax. Amethyst.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about Amethyst next.
Okay, but yeah, so it's just that Jax's drag does not it does not interpret. It's like, honestly, her looked like she took some construction paper and put Nina Bonina on us.
Right, yeah. That's
why I felt like she didn't do the exaggerated face, but her costume looked like it was made out of construction paper.
Yeah, it was just terrible.
Let me say this, because I was thinking about how a lot of people get on social media and they build a following or a name for themselves by tearing other people down. This is in no way, even sharing our own opinions about our views of these people, in no way are we tearing any of these girls down.
Yeah, no. Congratulations. It was a great show. Each and every one of these racers had a great run.
All of them do things that I couldn't do.
Yeah, exactly.
And not even like I don't have the courage to do it. Like, physically, I can't do a lot of the things that they do.
Yep. But understand, right, that the First Amendment, gives me the right to have an opinion and express my opinion. And these are our opinions of their drag. It is not anything that you guys need to take hold of or anything else like that. We hope that you guys are getting the entertainment value of it. But but
I say that because I want you guys to have malicious. I want you guys to have an open mind that everyone has an opinion, and even if you don't agree with my opinion, or I don't agree with your opinion, it doesn't make us enemies.
Yes,
that means we have a difference of opinion.
And our videos are open forums. We do invite everyone to like, share, and comment. Subscribe, all that. You know what I mean, so that you can be just as active in the conversation with us as we are.
Yeah. And in my opinion, Jax's drag is
subpar.
Yeah. I would see her.
In his opinion, is subpar. In my opinion, it is abysmal.
Okay, damn. Because what I was about to say is it's amateur drag night with Jax.
Abysmal. Not even.
There's a couple of drag performers I know in New York who've been performing drag way longer than Jax.
Our drag,
still far behind.
I would put money on our drag infant right now than Jax.
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
I wouldn't. Not yet. Well, then again, I don't know.
I would.
She's grown a lot.
I would.
She's grown a lot. Okay. BK, you got somebody's vote of confidence over here. Season 16. Better start sending in an audition tape.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get to Amethyst.
Yes, Amethyst. Okay, she was actually eliminated before Jax, but we Jax should have went home before Amethyst.
Amethyst was another one.
Amethyst, great runway. She had a like a long dress, like little fake little dress going on over like a little sequin. Top of this, she peeled it away and was in this like little rock star sequin pantsuit.
It gave me Britney Spears on tour.
Yeah, definitely was a bodysuit.
The fluffy ponytail, and she even had the little mic thing on her ear.
Right.
It was very cute. Her energy. So I think it was Sugar that came out right before her. So Sugar gave us this very low, like, I don't want to be here. And then here comes Amethyst with her big look, strutting, big smile on the face, full of energy.
Yeah.
She didn't do a whole bunch,
but it was great.
But she made her mark, you know?
And she raised the energy. Honestly,
Definitely
she fed off the crowd. The crowd gave her energy. It was great. It was a great moment for Amethyst, and I'm happy that she got that moment. She looked good, like pink and black. You know, it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah. Again, it gives me Britney Spears pink and black bodysuit with the ponytail on tour.
Yeah. Next we had Aura
Mayuri. So this was the best I think she's ever looked in drag on this show.
That same slick back wig, though.
No, she had like some little style up there. It wasn't big hair, but she had a little updo with the rest of it slick back.
Oh, okay, see, yeah.
But her outfit actually was really nice.
It was very nice. She had a big old fan that said "Drag is not a crime." She
made a real statement.
She is a Nashville queen, and the harshest law right now in place is in Tennessee against drag. So, you know, I fully expected her to make a statement. She is big on that, like in lieu of wedding gifts, because she announced that she was getting married on the reunion.
She did.
But she wants folks to donate to the ACLU Drag Defense Fund. Which is a very worthwhile thing to do. So look that up, ACLU Drag Defense Fund. And if you have it, make sure that you can donate and support it the best way that you can. Are we having technical issues?
No. I just want to make sure we look like a little longer.
Okay. So, make sure you do that if you can. It said drag is not a crime. It was a very, nice piece. It was a nice piece.
Moment. And then after her, we had Malaysia. Was it?
Yes, I believe it was Malaysia. Baby Doll Fox was after her. And Malaysia looked good. I thought that, her face was a little bit two-tone compared to the nude, cutouts that she had on her dress.
So Spice does Malaysia's makeup now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that explains it.
Yeah, Spice does Malaysia's makeup. And Sugar and Spice are now Malaysia's gay children. But she's the dad.
Right. And the mom is Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Yeah.
So
that's an interesting one too.
Yeah. Right. Right. So that's
the most I would say about Malaysia.
Yeah.
So all right, no, it's
and
not.
Spoiler. So yeah, we'll just let the folks know now.
All right, wait, before we
can
get to that, when Malaysia first walked into the workroom, I was impressed with her look.
Yeah.
When she walked out on the stage for the finale, not to say that I wasn't impressed, it was less than impressed, but it was like my expectation of her she met in terms of her look.
Yeah.
She can pull together a look for the most part. A lot of other areas, I think she just lacks the confidence to really shine the way that she could. And the most I'm going to give her is she looked good.
Right.
Now, every year, RuPaul crowns a queen for being congenial. And spoiler alert, Malaysia Baby Doll Fox
won Miss Congeniality.
Was awarded Miss Congeniality.
Yes.
And now was presented by Cornbread Snack Jete.
G-E, but whatever.
And Cornbread did this very original, interesting rap, talking about each of the queens, and then presented the award. And I think that person got how much? 10,000.
Yes, 10,000.
So Miss Congeniality gets $10,000, and everyone else was awarded $2,000. But just as a consolation prize, I guess.
Right.
But I had an issue with Miss Congeniality this year because I don't see it.
Well, it was voted on by the queens. Keep in mind, it was voted on by the queens. And to be honest with you, since I believe they said or Monet and Bianca on the pit stop again. Great show. Watch it if you can. But confirmed that they started doing this back in like season 6, 7, 6, 7, or 8, around there, where they started voting. The queens would vote on Miss Congeniality. So it's and I think that was after Valentina's season. to where they took it away from the fans. So uh, who knows? And the crazy thing is, on if you go on RuPaul Drag Race YouTube channel, there is a little clip there where the top four are watching the finale. And they're this is them watching it for the first time, and everything, and finding out how things panned out. And there's a moment there with the Miss Congeniality results announcements that Mistress was very um, adamant that in clocking votes and everything else like that, and counting votes, that she should have won, but somehow Malaysia won. So I think that is going to be something that might.
I think that's my issue though, because if you think about who's doing the voting, I don't even see Malaysia being the most liked. Now she wasn't beefing with all the girls,
but you're also not there. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, because they may be voting based off of who they are. Period. Like, Malaysia may be the nicest person at the hotel. You know what I mean? When they're hanging out at the hotel, in the lobby, at the pool, you know what I mean, or something like that. Behind the scenes and stuff like that, and everything else, and maybe a little bit apprehensive when it's competition time. But and Malaysia may have made that clear to everybody to where they understand, hey, that's how she rolls. But who knows? Who knows? But Malaysia Baby Doll Fox, your Miss Congeniality. All right. So after Malaysia,
since we're on Miss Congeniality, I wanted to ask. You're about to skip over it. I want to know who would you have given that award to?
I would have given that award. I would have given that award to either,
whoever wins.
I would have given that award to Anitra, to be honest. I thought that Anitra was always the nicest one to everybody, and was very supportive and very congenial. Like, I thought that she embodied congeniality. You know what I mean?
I can see that, but I would, for me, and this is new. First time I've ever said it. For me, it would be between two people, Mistress and Selena. Who was she disliked by?
Yeah.
She was helpful.
Lucy.
Well, that was on Lucy though.
Lucy, and
that was on Lucy,
and it looked like what's her face didn't like her much either. Irene Dubois.
Irene was home already. Who cares?
Right, but she gets a vote on Miss Congeniality.
That's one vote out of 16.
Right.
So,
right, but that's also one vote you don't have.
True.
I feel you. I feel you. What you saying? So yeah. So, and then after Malaysia Baby Doll Fox, we had Spice coming out looking beautiful as a little red devil. Amazing.
Yeah. Now, contrary to her sister now, because like Sugar had no type of energy, but Spice, she wasn't big, but she was effective, and she didn't try.
Right.
At all.
Right. It was great.
It was beautiful.
It was great. So after Spice was Marsha looking beautiful in a red dress. With a little see-through hat and everything, had some makeup on. She looked very cute. Then we had, after Marsha, we then had Lucy LaDuca coming all out. Oh, yeah. Selena Estides coming out.
She had on a very colorful dress that when she turned around, you realized that it was a cake.
It was a cake.
Slice cut out.
Yeah, it was cute and everything else.
Selena Estides.
Like, yeah. Something that was nice, but was it nice on her? I don't know. So
I've said this from the beginning. Behind the fact that her colors and patterns are always clashing, she needs to work on finding pieces that fit her body.
Right.
I don't think I've seen any piece of hers that actually, unless it was like a body suit, and even those were looking like you didn't.
The dress that she wore on the reunion, she should have wore at the finals.
Yes, that was beautiful.
That was way better looking.
I think that was the best she looked in the entire season.
Yeah,
when she wore
when she was a little Latin boy in drag.
Yeah. So after Selena's titties, we get to
Lucy LaDuca,
or as I like to say, Dookie Delusion.
Drag delusion.
So Lucy comes out in a very dark. I don't want to say goth. It gave me like Vampire Queen. Gave me
Mhm.
Day of the Dead or something like coming
Mhm.
back from the dead. And she had this amazing wig piece that you could see the sculpturing of it, but when you look like it was open in the center, you could see painted brain. I thought that was freaking
I
genius.
thought it was absolutely phenomenal
She said,
looking.
"Oh, Lux, you think I'm generic?" And she turned,
Yes, it came there looking absolutely grotesque
looking
and
like she wanted to be sharing
hideous,
needles.
and yes, and if I was Lucy LaDuca, if you want to, you know what I mean, it's been done. Although Drag Race queens going on Dragula, they tend not to last very long. But
That's not what it is.
I think that Lucy, I think just to prove, you know what I mean. Hey, I'm gonna go over here and win this and everything, and then
See, the
boom.
problem is, it's good if it's a gimmick, but when you're trying to present that that's who you are, it comes off
Hmm.
as inauthentic.
Right,
And that's not Lucy.
right. I would just like I'm just
Like
saying, if you
creatively,
want to
could she
prove,
pull it off? The looks, yes,
yeah.
but again,
But that
she's
was
gonna.
definitely a Dragula worthy,
It was
like
that look was,
look,
but I feel
like
like
yeah.
if she was to do that, she would have the same problem she had with it.
Uh,
You're on a great wave right now, Lucy. Ride it.
but I loved it. I
Yeah,
absolutely
it was
loved
to be loved. That wasn't
her final
for
runway
me.
look. Yeah.
I think that was a finale look.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the girls just gave me subpar, mediocre
Right.
drag looks.
Right.
Whereas Lucy came and she said, "Okay, I may not be in the top four, but I
Mhm.
am in the top five,
Yeah.
and you're going to feel my presence."
Right. And
Because I
then
was just right there.
yes, and then we got to the top five where we had Anitra make her entrance, or top four, where we had Anitra make her entrance. Mistress Isabel Brooks made her entrance. Lux Noir London, and then we had Sasha Kobe. All of them were absolutely looked absolutely amazing on the
Beautiful.
runway.
Can I also say this?
Yeah,
Like for Lux, Lux have been giving us looks all season, all types of genres of drag.
right.
But this look she did on the runway for the main stage for the finale stage,
Hmm.
freaking beautiful.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it's like you know that she has it in her, but she again was so strategic with how she played this game. And she really did like her looks really did go from good to great. This
Absolutely.
look on this episode was everything.
Yeah, I am
And pause on the YouTube video that Stoney was talking about, where the top four were sitting around waiting so they would know who actually won.
mhm,
Lux had on this big red dress. I mean, hair, with a dress made out of a garbage bag, but it was fashion as hell. I wanted to ask that. Yeah,
mhm.
but that look that she had right there, I wish I could have seen her walk that on the runway.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. She
she
looked
was
amazing too.
stunning.
Yeah, it was definitely gave me Peg Bundy look and
Yeah,
everything. Yeah,
like a rough, like that at the not Al, but maybe some guy down,
right.
whatever, a night with him and Peg got had some fun.
Yeah, yeah. Walk of shame.
Yes, it was a walk. It was a walk of shame look, and Lux looked beautiful in it.
Right.
But back to the finale look, it was pretty intimate.
Yeah, yeah, definitely was. Mistress looked great. Sasha Kobe gave me goosebumps. And the crazy thing is, this is what it did, right? Sasha Kobe. Like I watched the entrance. I watched it because I watched it when it came out on YouTube as the like first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it there, gave me goosebumps. All right. Watched it again because I had to show the better half of greatness. All right. Shout out PJ. But we watched it. Gave me chills and goosebumps there, and I knew it was coming. You know
She
what I mean?
gave us very Southern debutante and this beautiful
Right.
brick red, well, like Southern looking dress with
Right.
that hat and the umbrella with the little pipe thing at the bottom
Yeah.
of it, and just sold it.
Then I watched it again. When it actually came out.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Gave me chills. So I was like, hold on, this cannot be. You know what I mean? So when I rewatched it in preparation for today, and I did a lot of it on mute because I didn't want the crowd to kind of
yeah,
influence my
that's
opinion
good.
and everything. But even when I watched it on mute and still watched her, it was still epic. Like
Everything about it.
I'm like Sasha Kobe is a goddess. Like and
I still say. Yeah, y'all can tell me I'm hating. I love Sasha, but I feel that Sasha could have very well have been a guest judge on this show. She's earned the crown. She's earned all of her accolades. She's earned all of the love and praise that she's receiving on the stage. So, in no way am I trying to take it from her, but I'm still going to say, because it's like when you watch a movie, but you know what's going to happen. 'Cause in the beginning, I think I already said it. I guess we can all go home now when Sasha walked in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody knew who Sasha was. Fans knew who she was.
Not necessarily.
I mean,
Like,
not everybody.
right.
But her name rang bells. You know what I'm saying?
Amongst the drag community, yes.
Yeah.
But this was her time to ring bells, bigger bells. You know what I mean? And this was her opportunity to ring those bigger bells. But so
I mean, it was like the Sasha Kobe meet and greet. Thank you guys for joining the ride.
Hey, and kudos to Sasha because she did the work, right?
And that's what you have to acknowledge.
And if you acknowledge the work, you can't fight greatness. You cannot fight greatness. You just got to acknowledge it and bask in its glory.
I saw a clip of American Idol. I remember what you were telling this girl. It's difficult to eliminate a good competitor, but it's impossible to eliminate a great one.
Right.
And Sasha is a great one.
Exactly. You like I said, you can't hate greatness. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like and don't get me wrong, everybody knows I'm a Bucks fan, but before Tom Brady played for the Bucks, Tom Brady is the GOAT. You can't hate greatness. You can't do it. You can't do it. You just cannot do it. He's great. That's all you guys say. Yeah. She's great. That's all you guys say. That's all you can say. That's all you can say. That's all you need to say. All right.
But
so you should say.
But I'm going to say more because I'm going to stand by my opinions. All love and praise to Dr. Kobe, the drag queen of drag queens. Because honestly, you say Jinx Monsoon, but like had Sasha entered the race prior to now, like if she was like one of the beginning
in the earlier seasons,
yeah, she would have been on all winners. I'm sure she would have been on that.
I definitely think that of the queens that have been crowned, Sharon Needles probably would have been very vulnerable. You know, probably the most vulnerable one. You know, I do think that she could have beaten Violet Chachki if she was on that season. I don't think she's beating Simone. I don't.
Who? Sharon Needles?
Sasha Kobe. I don't think Sasha Kobe's beating Simone. I don't think Sasha Kobe's beating Simone.
Oh my! All right, so I know this is going.
I think she could have beat Raja. You know,
against popular belief, I am not a big fan of her. People love her.
Right. And then even if she competed on the other season, she could have came back. I easily think that, you know, if she had competed on the All-Star season, had she competed with, you know, Trixie Mattel and stuff like that, I don't think, especially if Benda did what Benda did, you know, to kind of open it up for Trixie, like, yeah, no, Sasha Kobe was winning that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
but Sasha at this point can still come back all stars, all winners.
I think Sasha's beating Shea Coulee.
I would love to see them lip sync against each other.
I would too.
I would love to see them lip sync.
But I think Sasha Kobe's beating Shea Coulee. I love Shea Coulee. Woo.
I think it comes to this thing of like there's a little bit of an intimidation factor. Because like I don't care how great of a queen or performer you are, there's always that little bit of a shaking, whether that fuels you to fight harder or if it kind of like makes you kind of go back down when you look at somebody that you've admired and now you're in competition with them. Despite how good you know you are, there's always going to be I'm competing with somebody that I look up to.
Right. I think Sasha's beat both Trinity and Monet.
I would have to say so. I would love to see those lip syncs again. I would love to see specifically Trinity and Sasha go against each other. I don't know if we're spoiling it already, but everyone knew from the day the season started where this was going.
You're right. So
let's get into
let's
the
get
final
into
floor
the performances. So Anitra was first, and she performed to a song called Lotus about being a growing into the sky and flourishing and
beautiful,
conquering and everything.
very empowering song.
Yes, using the lotus as a metaphor.
They had
It was
all,
good.
all of the girls had like the pit crew dancers
Mm-hmm.
with their little costumes, kind of like complement their looks or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the thing was. Did you notice like everybody has some type of element of being picked up?
Mm-hmm.
What is that about? Like, is that drag now? You gotta be picked. It's not drag unless you're getting picked up and flipped around or something.
I guess.
So that was Anitra. It was beautiful. After Anitra, was it Lux?
Lux, yes, Lux Noir London.
Now Lux looked stunning.
Mm-hmm.
She had on
She
this
did red patent
pants,
leather, like
like it looked like red BDSM sort of
Mm-hmm.
blonde wig with a patch of red in it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
perfectly put together. And her song was Fashion or something like that.
Yeah,
Dope song.
right.
That's a song I actually want to play
It's a banger.
on a playlist. It's
Right.
actually a really good song.
Yeah.
A lot of the other girls in the top four who actually did the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell those other girls didn't do their
Well,
vocals.
no, Mistress did. Mistress
You can
did
tell
her
Mistress did
vocals.
some
of them, but not all of them. Right.
but Lux actually did the vocals.
Yeah,
on her
and
song.
Sasha did the vocals on hers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them.
Not, I want to say not the singing parts, but mostly yes.
Okay. Yeah, like that's what Mistress did. There was like ad libs, or
Right.
like little moments where she added her own vocals to a song that was written for her,
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. But Lux performed something that she wrote and performed.
It was
and
awesome,
created.
and it was a banger.
It was great. Stoney pointed something out to me that there were moments that just weren't as significant
Right.
with her performance. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is where I might get like the least amount of support. I honestly felt that the top four performances overall were lackluster. As I said to Stoney earlier, if I walked into a bar in New York or a club in New York or DC or Atlanta or wherever to go to a drag show and I saw anything that I saw on this stage, I would be completely impressed. I would be, girl, you did that. Take my money. I'm going to tip you. On the biggest stage for drag, it was underwhelming for me. I don't know why. I don't know what I personally was looking for because the songs were great. The fashion was on point. Some of the dancing could have been tighter or cleaned up. There was moments with Mistress, her outfit, her performance, and her choreo. There was moments like you could see she was waiting for the next part. Like there was nothing put in place until the next part came. And unfortunately, like Mistress was actually really killing it. You just couldn't really get the full impact. And I know she was working her butt off on that stage.
Right.
And I give you, Mistress, you killed it.
Right.
I'm giving it, you killed it.
And Mistress's performance was a song that is called Drag Illusion, And the crazy thing is, part of those vocals, it sounded like the vocal was done by, it sounded like Lucy LaDuca's voice.
Which is kind of funny because Mistress made mention that Lucy did Let Loose, which is kind of like inspired by Lucy.
Right.
So it makes sense if Lucy did add some of her vocals to it. Right.
And then we had Sasha Colby after that.
So if I was being honest with you, Sasha's song in my head was mute because I couldn't stop looking at her.
Ah, I know. Like
was she? So I mentioned how all the girls had an element of somebody picking them up. Sasha came out with the guys carrying her, and she had like this long train thing that covered her legs, so you didn't even see her legs. There's this train coming.
Yeah, they looked like a snake's belly. Yeah,
yeah, and like that came off in the middle of that performance. And then there was another moment. She had like 4 braids. So the dancers were like dancing, and like she was moving, and they got the braids over here, and like the choreography for that was dope. And this, I loved it, and I hate to love her, Sasha, because she's just so damn good.
For me, it was definitely after the performances, it was like Sasha, then based off of, and this is and the reason why I have this person second as far as their individual performance is because it was the cleanest, it was the most and most all around polished and entertaining, and to me was at the closest to drag superstar level performance. Of the remaining, it was Anitra, and this is the gap for me. This was the gap for me going.
So we got Sasha here,
Sasha
Anitra
here, Anitra here. Okay. Then we had, you know, then we'll have Lux. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Lux was here. All right. And then Lux was here, right? And then we'll have Mistress Isabel Brooks right about here.
All right.
You know. So that was where everyone the race stood going into
that's you.
that. Yeah, that was for me.
For me, it was Sasha here,
Mm-hmm.
Lux here,
Mm-hmm.
Anitra, and Mistress.
Yeah, no, I thought that, I thought that Anitra's performance was a bit stronger, and hey, I stand by it. I respect
I
yours.
feel like, again, until you pointed out the little thing with Lux split. Lux had
and the reveal was underwhelming.
Lux had a reveal that was extremely. The problem with it was you didn't realize that it happened. There was no moment to build up to it. There was no big wow factor about the reveal. She basically went from a pantsuit to a jumpsuit. The dancers pulled the pants thing off so fast. While the camera wasn't out, was the camera even on her?
Yeah, the camera was on her, but it just happened so fast.
It cut away so fast that
it cut away right afterwards, so you really didn't notice it.
So, and I think with Bianca and Monet mentioned like her reveal, it was
underwhelming,
unnoticeable.
Right.
It's like you might as well kept your hands on because I didn't realize that you were going to like a moment after they were already gone. So, and again, I think that Lux's song, I'm a fan that she did her own song. I've been a Lux fan since the beginning. And again, despite her underwhelming reveal, her look was really good.
Right.
It was that little thing you showed me where she was not all. It was a little sloppy. It was like it didn't happen the way she saw it in her head.
Right. Yeah. And then it kind of took away from her performance because you saw her kind of be in her head that element didn't work out right, and it detracted from her performance. And that's the thing. I was not at all detracted at any point during Anitra's performance or Sasha Colby's performance.
I was impressed with Mistress's split though, because
I was impressed for the pit crew dancers.
All of them, because as I mentioned that the pit crew dancers were an extension of the girls. Like from their looks, the choreography, everything. It was about a look. When you go to a Beyonce concert, like everything is Beyonce, but it wouldn't be the same show without the lights and the big band and the dancers. So like, even though they have their own identity and they're their own entity, it's an extension of the main person on stage. When Mistress Isabel Brooks had her pickup moment, she lifted into the split. I don't know if people realize that. She didn't get lifted and then go into the split. She lifted into the split. By the time her feet was completely off the ground, she was in a split being held up by these guys. They are great actors because they look unbothered.
They sure did.
They look so unbothered. Granted, it was like 6 of them. But still, that was dope. I think that was great choreography.
I would be all the way bothered. All the way bothered.
They did listen. They had poker face.
They had their Wheaties that morning.
Yes, they did.
Gravy.
So those are the highlights for me. Now, what I would like to do real quick, because we have to talk about the final performance. There were moments throughout the show where we definitely had moments where we paid tribute to everything that's going on with all of these trains and drag bands and bills that are being passed around the country and things like that.
Right.
Bob Mackey was awarded with Get Your Lifetime Award for all the great things that he was the first celebrity judge on RuPaul's Drag Race ever. He designed for some of the most iconic women in history. Um, and is still kicking. So he deserved the award that he got.
Mm-hmm.
We had an amazing, amazing, amazing performance from the Queen of all Queens, Miss Jinx Monsoon, from her show on Broadway
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago.
When you're
Good
good
to
to
my
mama.
mama, mama's good to you. Um, which I think it was fun to see Jinx with a full live band
Mm-hmm.
sing
Yeah.
and
And keep in mind
perform.
that Jinx said that the person, like the whole persona of the drag persona of Jinx Monsoon, was directly influenced by the character Mama from Chicago, which she ended up playing in Chicago
Which
on
was actually
Broadway.
kind of funny because like RuPaul went back to Jinx's season when they had their one-on-one conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and RuPaul said, "I can see you on Broadway." And then it cuts to her getting ready to do this. Like, could you imagine? Was it 10 years later,
Yeah,
you are on Broadway, Queen of all Queens, traveling all over the place. She's
yeah,
about to do a summer tour,
yeah,
like as she should be. And I'm pretty sure she was doing this before she became a Queen of all Queens. But this woman is working.
yeah.
She's
And
working,
rightfully
and
so. She is
rightfully so, all the
talented and
praise and all of
everything.
the accolades that she's
Yes.
receiving, she deserves. It's one thing to just have talent. It's another thing when you put it work.
Yes. And then
And
of course, as we already said, Willow Pill, last year's queen, uh, was there to pass on the crown, and everything. Bought cornbread out where they awarded, Malaysian or Baby Doll Fox with the Miss Congeniality award. And Selena Estides did win the Golden Boot.
in the
She won
reunion,
the
she wore
Golden
the
Boot.
golden boot.
Mhm.
No one deserved that golden boot more than
More
her.
than Selena Estides.
No one.
I'm surprised they didn't give it to her for the Cheetos crotch look.
I
That
feel
should have
like
been
they
what it
should have like
was.
had Maddie Morphy come up in the middle of the season to get it to her. She
Like,
Nobody could have gotten that before her.
at
Maddie
all.
was tore up in that season. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, yeah. But Maddie looked good that reunion. Looked
Yeah,
good.
yes, she did.
For a straight guy in drag. I don't know how it happens, but it is apparently a thing.
Listen,
So
America.
God love it, and thank you Jesus for living in America. Stuff, yeah, for them. But yeah, then we after those performances and everything, RuPaul announced the winner or announced the top two, and it was Anitra and Sasha Colby.
Now I know because we have 8 minutes left of this
Mm-hmm.
show, and I know that I could go on for another 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
talking about everything from this moment forward.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Oh yeah, no. So she announced. So I just thought about something.
Yeah.
She announced the top two, Sasha and Anitra,
Mm-hmm.
and in that moment, you want people to be gracious.
Right.
Be a good good loser. Don't like be all bitter and sore about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like And I know etiquette. They know that etiquette, and they're not going to like oh fuck, oops. But that's not the energy they gave.
Mm-hmm.
But you clearly saw the disappointment in their faces,
In Lux's and Mistress's faces,
and I felt that.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that y'all wasn't going to win. Like y'all knew y'all really come on, y'all got Sasha. Take a chocolate picture. Y'all got Sasha Kobe.
Yeah,
y'all knew the chances of y'all, even if y'all made it to the top two. Oh come on,
right.
Y'all would have given us a great show,
Right,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but still, there's nothing like being that close to $200,000 and the title of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15 winner.
Yes.
The next drag superstar. That's disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty upset when I lose $1.
Especially for Lux, because Lux is young and that's what she dreamed about and everything. And I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, you're a part of the family. You had a outstanding run on the show.
I don't care how much people
For
don't like
being
your
as young
mouth,
as you are. Yeah.
but the way that you are polished,
Mm-hmm.
the way that you strategically put stuff together, you pay homage to those who came before you.
Right.
You know fashion, you know music.
You know the culture, like
yeah, it's
you
like
you're well versed. Be proud of
Lux.
that.
I promise you,
Yeah,
you're gonna pop up again on
exactly,
that show on All Star season. I
exactly. On an All Star
promise.
season, and good luck to
Honestly,
you.
I do believe Anitra and Lux all new season are going to come back on
I
some season in the
I would
future.
love for all of them deserve, and Marsha,
And Marsha,
Marsha,
definitely.
like all of those deserve an opportunity to come back on an All Star season. I think Irene earned. I think
I
Irene deserves an
mean,
opportunity to come back on a
yeah,
regular season, and
that's
everything.
yes.
But
Yeah,
you know, yeah. But yeah, so we get to Sasha and Anitra, the lip sync, part two, and they are lip syncing to "Knock on Wood." I forgot who that's by, but
oh my gosh.
yeah, you better knock, knock, knock on wood. That one. So yeah, so they did the whole lip sync to that, which was um very much not as good as the lip sync that part one in the Lollapalooza. Um, I would say that Sasha did win it. If I had to, do my levels of performance wise, in my opinion,
Mhm.
it was definitely Sasha. All right, was up here, and then you had Anitra here, like in that lip sync.
Yes, I would agree.
I think that this was the gap as far as the finish goes. Based off of that final lip sync for the crown, this was the gap. And don't get me wrong, I
Unfortunately,
love Anitra.
but again, Anitra gave me a performance
Hmm.
that I'm going to give it to a gay bar or club, not even a pride event.
Right.
Not even a pride event, unfortunately. And y'all know I love me some Anitra.
Or one of the smaller stages at the
Yeah,
Pride event.
not the main stage.
Yeah.
So Sasha came out with stops.
Hmm.
She had two reveals. Um, she know what she's. There was moments in that lip sync where I feel like Alicia fell apart a little bit.
Hmm.
Like her performance was getting a little sloppy, and
I felt
landed
like she was
on
phoning
nerves.
it in.
Yeah, she's like fumbling. That's what it was. It
No,
was like,
no, she was phoning it in. Just
what do you mean?
doing the bare minimum. Just trying to get through the day. You know what I mean?
So it
Like,
makes you wonder because they do several tapings of like different girls winning the crown, and
hmm
you don't know how long they were taping, how
or what
tired,
order they were taping in. You know
right?
what I mean?
So
Right.
we don't know. All we see is what we see on the screen. Working in production, we know like things don't always work in sequential order the way the fans see it.
Right.
So I give you credit for that, but you want to blame it on the edit. I don't know, but that was a tired performance,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
Right. And she looked very gracious in defeat. You know what I mean? And kudos to Anitra. Again, one of the best races, best overall races that any racer has had. I would say that this was definitely like a Raven level race, and that's good company to be in.
Yes, it is.
When you look at the quality of drag queen and the similar kind of race that you ran to the quality of drag queens that ran similar races, great job, because on other seasons you would have won,
Yeah,
and feel very confident about that.
I think that's a very good
Mhm,
thing to point out. Literally any other season in which you are a front runner, you're very strong,
mhm.
and the only thing that could have stopped you was Sasha, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah, yeah. Perfect storm.
Yeah,
Perfect storm.
yeah. You just happen to come
Like,
in on a season where it was already fixed.
yeah, like
And I'm not saying like in production, it's just Sasha popped
it's
up.
just, yeah. Like there was no, like, that was a buzzsaw. That was
Yeah.
a buzzsaw from day one through to the finale. She was a buzzsaw. Sasha Kobe, I bow to you, Mademoiselle. Like,
Now,
sweet Jesus.
if Anisha came out with like all guns blazing,
Hmm.
Sasha still the one because Sasha has never been in the bottom
Mm-mm,
ever. She has the most wins,
mm-mm. The closest she got was being in the
bottom three.
bottom three. Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, this was as dominant of a race, you know, like like the most dominant race that we have seen since Bianca Del Rio. Like,
Yeah. I think that was one of the only, like, from the beginning you could tell, and maybe like the first or second, not second, but like second, third episodes of Bianca's season, you kind of knew, okay, she's the one to
Yeah,
watch.
especially after that snatch game. It was over.
Yeah, I mean, even before the snatch game, you kind of knew like there was something special about her. She wasn't in the bottom. She was very polished. She knew what she was doing. It was the perfect storm. She knew it was her time, and she flowed with that, and
she did what
kept
needed
that
to be done
trajectory till the crown. And Sasha Kobe did the same thing. And she also said Carrie Kobe can't be the most famous Kobe, so she had to put her daughter in the place.
And Carrie Kobe,
Didn't she look so good?
She looked amazing.
Carrie looked so good.
Oh my gosh, them Kobe women! I want a grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm not sexualizing.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
You smoke?
Yeah, no. Sasha, Carrie, yeah, we making some Kobe Jack sandwiches, right? Like grilled cheese sandwiches in the bed, just the friction. Yeah.
We're gonna make a baby. Gonna be called Golden Kobe.
Yep. And
anyway,
Cooper Kobe cheese. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be making. Yeah.
Anyway, so what was I saying then? They crown some 15s, and again, clearly we know it's
Sasha Kobe, your 2023 drag superstar.
She will forever be the first 3 books as one, not only as the winner of season 15, but as one of the greatest in Drag Race history.
Yeah, I think one of I think. Hold on, is she the first Miss Continental winner to win?
I think she's the first Continental. She's not the first trans to win, but she definitely represents the trans community. She represents for drag. She represents for Hawaii. She represents for all those people whose family
for LA, yeah,
for LA, Chicago, but for all those people who had tumultuous step away and build something. Like I was thinking about that earlier with Sasha when she was talking about like her and her mom have no relationship whatsoever, and she was able to take that pain and make greatness. So to that, Sasha, hats off to you because you earned that shit. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sasha Kobe.
It's cool.
So and that was the RuPaul's Drag Race finale. Excellent ride covering it. We're looking forward to the All-Star season, which starts May, I believe May 21st.
Yeah, in about a month. We're going to get All-Stars. So leading up to it, we're going to be breaking down who the contestants are.
Once they're
this season they're from, what we expect to see from them. Now, I won't make any predictions until we know for sure confirmed cast and I see that first episode.
Yes, so if you want to continue getting your Drag Race fix, make sure you like, share, and subscribe here. All right.
Do us a favor. Hit the notification button or bell on YouTube so that way you get a notification every week. We're coming in the conversations again. They're going to start to shift a little bit more because I kind of get back into our after dark.
We're gonna cover a lot more things now in between the little break in between, and we're gonna have our like I said our live adult conversations. Get back into into those conversations that you like. But
I know I like it. Yeah. And again, it's been a while, so I got some stuff to talk about. I want to talk about cheating. I want to talk about sex parties. I want to talk about marriages and divorces and prenuptial agreements and things that people thought they would get, and then they got screwed in the whole karma of it all.
Yeah, we got other reality shows that we could be talking about.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I think what we should do moving forward is not like reality shows and find a topic in that, and that be our topic of the conversation.
Yeah,
because we want to do our reviews, but I want to have these tantalizing conversations. Like you guys remember, we got a call.
Yeah,
I really want to hear from you
back
guys.
in those days. Yeah.
Those are already days.
I know, so long ago,
so much,
so long ago.
I came across videos from You Radio. You remember everybody in the station had that little promo thing that we did. I came across that. And
yeah, I know.
The hilarity of it all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, you like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. And
Yes.
join us again next Sunday, 5 p.m., as we continue the conversation. Tony, do you have anything you'd like to tell these wonderful, wonderful people?
Thank y'all for coming. God bless you. Good night.